Alright boys, Deus version 2.00. Now I just put a video up showing varying the silencer. Could maybe help see some potential masking on a lower conductive target. Now that was at speed 3, that's the default setting. Along with that 3 level in the silencer, sensitive FT. I'm still in sensitive FT. Alright, we're going to go back to speed 3. We're over a similar same test we were before. That silver dime above that flat iron. Silencer 3. We'll leave it there for right now. Reactivity 3. Listen, about 4 inches above. That's pretty clean, ain't it? Speed 2. 2.5. Speed 2. Speed 1.5. You hear that? You hear what that did? Now that's silencer 3, remember that. Now we're going to let the silencer down to 2. Reactivity 1. Hear that? Reactivity 2. Reactivity 2.5. Reactivity 3. Hear how clean it gets. Okay? As we speed the detector up, remember I did a video talking about the edges of this coil. Remember that dime is there and that flat iron is sticking out on the edges. You know, that's where this machine sees it as it's coming by. So slower speeds, it's seeing that flat iron. Now there's also a depth factor here too, since the flat iron is 2x4 thicknesses. So you can clearly see speed 3. I'm going to open the meter up here so you can see the ID and listen. Hear how clean that is? And you see that meter. So you might suspect an old bottle of aluminum twist cap, maybe Indian head penny, or maybe zinc and penny, huh? So now we're going to go in here. We're going to let silencer down to 1. Reactivity 3. You hear that? I hear a little pollution in that signal, 2.5. More pollution. Reactivity 2. More pollution. Reactivity 1.5. Even more pollution. Reactivity 1. Alright, now we're going to sweep it. See what it's reading? 83. But we can tell. Now, if I mash the ground balance button, it's going to carry over. We don't have any notch in the machine. So it sounds the same as it does, you know, if I was using that as a hunt program. Reactivity 1. Silencer 1. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'll go back here right quick. We're going to leave the reactivity at 1. We're going to change the silencer to 2. What does this sound like? We can still hear some of the pollution, but it's not as good as that old silencer 1. Hear that? If you got a signal on a wire reading 82, 3, or 4, it sounded like that. Now I haven't crossed it to see what the deal is here. About the same. The reason being it's 2x4 thicknesses beneath is that old flat iron. I'll remove the flat iron. And then we'll re-sweep. Still at silencer 1. Speed 1. 5 inches, 4 inches above it. And hear how nice, crystal clear that thing is playing music, boys. Okay, that's that old tonal nuance. Sounds different when that flat iron's under there. Now the ID comes up, but Could we go? I tell you what, I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to set this machine to 5 tones where that 80 and above are the same pitch, and let's see what this sounds like. Alright boys, camera back on. You know this is educational for you Deus 2 newbies out there, okay? Now what I did is I went in here to 3 tones. I didn't go to 5 tones. The tone break out there for the highest tone is 72. Okay? So, ideally speaking, if this machine didn't have any tonal nuance, that dime would sound the same solo to the ear versus being above that old flat iron. Now that flat iron is carrying me down there. Silencer 1. Speed 1. Alright, and I got the pitch dialed up into the 900 range. Listen. You hear that? Now there's no notch in this machine. Alright? So you got to hear that. That's with the old flat iron down there. See it? Now remember our ID was lower. But we don't care about the ID. We're wanting to know about the sound. You hear that? Quite a bit different, huh? So if we put tape on that meter, we could tell, couldn't we? We could tell which one of them had some bullshit around it. You know, an experienced Deus 2 user. Let's go back over here with this old flat iron. Back under there, boys. Alright. Ain't changed nothing. Let's sweep this again. Listen. You hear that? That's a hokey sounding target, ain't it, boys? I got about an 80 in that meter. Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going back to full tone. So that's full tones of what it sounds like. And what I will do at the interest of this video, I'm going to dial the offset to 10. Alright, so this is what you hear with full tone. Alright. And I'm going to get the flat iron out of there. Okay. What does the old full tone sound like now? So you got to pick your poison with this machine. Now which one you think does the best with the old nuance there? They both do very good, don't they? That's clean as a whistle there, boys. That's sensitive FT full tone. No flat iron under that dime. And we get a 90 in the meter. 40 max frequency used in this video. Sensitive FT version 2.00 9-inch call. I hope you enjoyed.